Normally like a morning thing. We're live Sunday night, 8 p.m. I almost said a.m. because normally we're live first thing in the morning. And Willie's got a studio
Yeah,
upgrade.
a great opportunity tonight. A couple of the premier recruits in the country, class of 2027. Their choice is in, and they wanted to. They spent a lot of time across the last few months doing their visits and doing their due diligence and deciding what they want to do, and they want to do it tonight and announce to the world where they'll be going. Um, we got Paulie Kenny, Christian Brothers Academy, New Jersey, and Joey Bachmann, number 3 overall from Faith Christian Academy, Pennsylvania. 2 power states and 2 high school programs that are ranked as a team in the country. Um, Paulie Kenny was a cadet world teamer 2 years ago, won a medal. Joey Bachmann, cadet world teamer, won a medal. And probably more important than just their big board ranking is the fact that they've been consistent all the way through. They were the best, 2 of the best in junior high all the way through 2 years of high school, 2 of the best all the way through. And whoever gets them tonight is going to be getting 2 entities that have really been consistent.
Yep.
Um, First, we'll ask the kids a couple questions. I know everybody's chomping at the bit to find out where Paulie's going and where Joey's going, but we'll go a little bit through their process. Guys, tell us what schools you were considering. We see a bunch of T-shirts there, but what schools were you considering, and how was the recruiting experience for you, particularly this fall?
Um, the 4 schools I was really considering, like my top 4, I would say, would be Rutgers, Nebraska, Virginia Tech, and Iowa. The recruiting process was pretty cool, meeting all these teams. I grew up watching all these teams. I grew up I watching all these teams, watching all these people, all American, and do what I want to do. And then now they're recruiting me, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for me,
And
it was between Iowa, Iowa State, Missouri, Lehigh. Then I took some visits to Ohio State, Cornell, Rutgers. And, I mean, all the schools were very welcoming, and the facilities were sick. And, I mean, it was just really cool. I mean, I don't really know. But the school that I'm going to pick tonight, it's going to be, it really stood out to me the most.
yeah, yeah, and I'm a recruiting guy, so I'm really interested in the process. And a couple things have changed even over the course of the last couple years. Number one, you're allowed to take as many visits as you want now. Before it was only 5 official visits. Now you can take as many as you want. And 2, there's an NIL component into everything. Um, I know, even a couple years ago, you were so good so early that I would ask, hey, it's way too early, but what schools do you like? Missouri jumped out at me. You were liking them really early, but talk about being able to go on as many visits as you want, and talk a little bit about the NIL process. It's confusing to me. I don't know how it is to you, but was that a factor too?
The whole NIL stuff, I don't really know anything about any of that. My parents and my uncle don't tell me any numbers or anything. They just want me to pick a school that I think I'm going to be the best person I could be and the best wrestler I could be. So I don't really know anything. I still don't.
Yeah, for me, I told my dad not to tell me the numbers because I wanted to choose the school on what would make me the best wrestler and the best person. So I told him after I commit, he can tell me what it was. And yeah, that was about it.
All right, I got one last question for you, because beyond being premier prospects, and I said this about some other guys too in the past. I said it about Spencer Lee. I said it about, I don't know, a couple other guys. There are recruits that are premier recruits, and then there are recruits that are premier recruits, but they kind of have an influence among the guys on the high school scene, and I feel like the Bachmans and the Kennys, you guys are so influential in your state, and you've worked with so many guys. By the way, Flo did a tremendous job on telling the story of the Basement Boys and your whole community, and even people outside of your community, all practicing together, all working out together for years and years and years. And so, what I want to know from you is 18 of the top 30 prospects in 2027 are already committed. Did the choices of other guys influence your decision? And do you think that when you go to college, you'll be influencing some of your peers?
Other kids in my class, like, that didn't really dictate where I went, really, at all. I mean, me and Joey talked a little bit about, like, going to the same school. That would be cool. But we didn't really talk anything, like, in depth or anything. But, yeah, people in my class going other schools, that didn't really, like, affect my decision at all.
Yeah, for me, just piggyback off Paul, it really had no like influence on where I would go, and I just wanted to pick the best school for me, the best fit, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, if I
All right.
some kid, you want to go?
Yeah, I've been listen. I'm torturing. I'm torturing the people in the crowd. I'm seeing the comments and the thing, and they want to know. They want to know. How do you guys want to do this? How about Paul? You go first, and you tell us where you're going to school.
I want to
Here's
be
the big reveal.
I'm gonna be an Iowa Hawkeye.
Iowa Hawkeye. Okay, we got one Hawkeye. Let's see who's going to win the sweepstakes for Joe.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to be joining Paul at Iowa. So,
Hey, there we go. Double Hawkeyes. Hawkeye Nation is really going to be pumped. Ultimately, your pedigree, you guys really had the pick of the litter. You could go wherever you wanted, and it just happens to be Wrestletown, USA. Why ultimately, though? What are the things? There's a lot of kids that dream of wrestling at Iowa. What particularly stood out to you guys?
The culture. Everyone there loves wrestling. Everyone there lives and dies for wrestling, and that was the one thing that stood out to me. That was different from every other school I saw. Everyone there is wrestling is the main sport, and I feel like on other schools it could be like football, different sports. In Iowa, it's everyone lives for wrestling. And that's what I love.
Yeah, same here. I mean, you go and talk with brands, and I mean, he's just seeing how you're feeling, and always gets you hyped for practice. Even like when I was training there, I wasn't always hyped to practice, but I mean, he just got me ready to go. And you walk in there, their facilities are sick. I mean, probably top of the college wrestling right now. And on my visit, I was walking with Drake Ayala. I mean, just fans everywhere. Just wanted to come take pictures with him.
Yeah, we were at the football game. There was a grown men walking up to Drake Ayala. I love it.
Yeah, it is. It is a different culture, a different feel. And so another question I have for you guys, and I'm sure now that the school's out of the way, this is the next question that the fans want to hear too. Paulie, you've been 120, 130.
I don't know what just happened there.
No, I dropped off, but
They did too. Hold on. Wait 1 second. They dropped off too. Let's get them right.
You might have had the setting.
All right, they're back. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that, guys. We're back, Willie.
What your weights, both of you. Paul, you've been 120, 132, 126. A couple weeks ago, you wrestled 133 at the Clarion Open. For Hawkeye fans that are anticipating your arrival, and listen, guys, you're in the thick of things. You guys are Hawkeyes now. They're going to be plugging you into hypothetical lineups for 2032. What do you think? Not that things don't change, but where do you see yourselves wrestling weight-wise in college?
I see myself wrestling 133 at least my freshman year. and then maybe go 141 if I get bigger. But I don't got a history of my family being tall, so.
Joey, you moved up a ton in weight. In fact, you hit a growth spurt this season. You went from 20 to 26. Right after the season, you moved up a lot in weight. And I think right as far as I know, you're thinking 150 perhaps this year. Do you think now that you'd probably settle around that region, or you think you're going to get even bigger?
I mean, right now, I'm still growing, so I hope I get bigger. But I think in college, I'll probably be around 49, 57. And if I grow a little bit more, I can be 65. So, I mean, I feel like I can grow a bit more. I eat a lot, so it wouldn't be an issue.
Freddy Boom Boom grew a little bit, didn't he? Dad?
Boom, boom. Like 100
It's one of my favorite pictures in wrestling. I got to tweet a picture of Mr. Fred Bachmann, Freddy Boom Boom from back in the day. Well, hey, congratulations, guys. I'm really excited for you. I'm excited for the Hawkeye Nation, which is probably going a little bit crazy now. But we really thank you for this opportunity. We're happy for you. We're going to be rooting for you throughout the last 2 years of your high school season and on into college. And thank your families for me. But I would like to get the perspective of Shawnee and Freddy, and because it's such a unique situation where you have two premier recruits, and they just happen to have two premier recruit brothers, and I just like to get their take on what they saw you guys go through and what is in store for them.
Yeah, so Freddy.
There he is. Freddy boy. What's up, Shawnee? Shawnee, Fargo champ this year. He's going to be a top 10 on the class of 2028 big board coming up here shortly when it's updated. Freddy is currently my number one prospect in the class of 2028, cadet medalist last year. Guys, I was just wondering, because you're sophomores, you can't technically go on officials, but you go on officials with your family. You go on the officials with your brothers. You got to see some of these facilities. You got to see some of these places. What was it like seeing your brothers go to all these elite D1 wrestling programs and be recruited?
I was there for his first call, for his first visit. I was on like almost every visit. So I was kind of taking it. We always dreamed of going to the same school together and always wanted to go to the same school together. So that was always a dream of ours. So it's great that we get to accomplish it now.
Yeah, for me, I was like with him the whole way too. I didn't really know if I wanted to go to the same college as him, but once I saw Iowa, I knew that I wanted to go there, and I was going to go there pretty much just from what I saw on Joey's visit.
So you guys are going there?
Yes, we're verbally committed.
You're all four going there?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got 4 Hawkeyes. Congrats.
4 Hawks. And that's a really great thing. And like I said earlier about you guys starting to work out together at such a young age and go through the whole process and do, VAC duels teams and travel together and practice together and grind. You've been through the whole grind together, and now you get to do it at the highest level of college together. That's such a great thing. Such a great thing. And frankly, now that it's out of the way, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about going through the process anymore. It's got to be a little bit of a relief, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a relief.
All right. Where's dads? Let's get the dads in here. Let's get the family in. Big night for the Hawkins. Big night for the basement boys.
Boom, boom. Together, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
All guys. Boom, boom.
What's going on?
I got to tweet the picture of Boom Boom. It's classic. So, parents, uncles, dads, how do we feel about how do we feel about one, the boys' ultimate decision, and two, the fact that you're going to be all together? You're keeping the band together.
Keeping the group together, that's one of the important things these guys went into thinking, and that's what they got the accomplishment. It's important to us, keeping the family together.
So for me, Joe is really torn between a couple of schools, and his friends and his close friends and his brother really like letting him know that Iowa was the place to be. Kind of put Joe over the top, so that really was the deciding factor. And we actually thought it was the best fit for our family, so it was an awesome. Iowa's like really has checks every box. So, Paul.
Well, great. Go ahead.
That's it. No, Iowa was a great fit for these guys. So all of us staying together, all the dads staying together for all these years. It couldn't be a better fit for these guys.
Well, let me ask you this too. A lot of times, geography comes into play for you guys. You know, you're Jersey, PA guys. A lot of those guys like to stay home. It was no big deal for you, right? I was Iowa.
It was a big deal. It had to be.
It was a big deal?
It had to be so much. It weighed so much more that it was that much better in a lot of ways that's we couldn't see any other place for Joe and Fred, myself and my wife and Freddy. And as I said, Joe actually made the final decision, and Joe, as I said, nothing. He made it, and he went with his heart.
And then them going so far away is just that's why one of the main reasons them staying together. So if they do get homesick, they're all staying together, friendships. So it makes life a little easier as they stay together.
Well, you guys are off to a great start. The four of you, Bobby Duffy, Sonny Amato, Dawson Youngblood, you have an incredible group, and I'm sure Hawkeye Nation is impressed and through the roof right now. For myself and Justin, thank you for allowing us to be with you to announce this, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys.
Boys. I'll see you shortly. Maybe Iron Man.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
All
All
right.
right, boys.
See you guys.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And that's that, Willie. We got double commitments. Bachmann brothers,
Double.
Kenny brothers. That's
Four of them.
We'll talk more about it on tomorrow's show. I know there's some people asking about, the rest of the weekend slate and what we're doing as far as we got to review, obviously, Stanford, Oklahoma State. We got to review the action from yesterday. So we're still planning on doing our regular morning show. This was a little special, quick, 15, 20-minute short. Those guys, give them a platform to make their announcement. I think that's such a cool thing. When you ask these kids, it's funny. I think we were on the pre-show talking about it, what do you guys want to major in? What do you want to do? I want to wrestle. I want to wrestle. You can see this is everything. It's so cool to see that passion.
I think it's pretty neat. I asked that question kind of off the cuff because you hear about kids and wrestling is a weird sport where it's an individual sport, and so your parents have guided you from tournament to tournament, from competition to competition. You go on the road to find the best competition. Your parents are there, and they're, there's that term helicopter parent, and in most cases that's a really bad thing. In most cases that's it's something negative, right? But in wrestling, you are required to be a helicopter. That's a prerequisite. You're going somewhere. Your mom and dad got to be there to make sure you're on weight, to make sure you're dieting right, to make sure you remember your headgear. And so a lot of times it's even tougher than, let's say, your kid is a tight end and he's going from Pennsylvania to Clemson.
Yep.
Right? It's that's one thing for football. But for wrestling, the parents have had such a intimate relationship in wrestling, in your career, and so it's oftentimes hard to let go. So I asked that question about geography, and it was really interesting. Like, if they were going to go away, if they were going to go, and meanwhile, and by the way, I think that Iowa does a really good job of feeling like a family and feeling like you're not on an island and you can lean on somebody. And if you're feeling, they don't let you feel homesick because you're a family there. I think Iowa has done a good job of that historically. But it's neat that they're all going together, and that's one of the things they said. Like if they were going to go far from home, it's better they're together, so it alleviates some of that pressure.
No, 100%. And I think that's one thing that you conveyed pretty well. And Willie, there's one more. You know, we've still got about half the participants from the stream here, and we got a little surprise for them. We got one more person joining the show here in the green room. Let's bring him on because, you know, there's always, when you're watching Bash in the Brain, you always got to tune in till the end. You always got to tune in. So let's get him in here. We're never done with surprises on here.
It's Israel Borge.
Welcome to the show,
What's
Israel.
up,
How are you, man?
Super 32 runner-up Israel Borge. I believe he's number 4 or 5 on my big board right now. He's popping in. Are you still there, Israel?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He was just here. He muted himself. His phone's probably going off or something.
He must have been watching the stream.
There we go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got
There
you.
he must have
There we
been
go.
watching this and thinking to himself a little something. Israel Borge, hey, you must be. Well, we'll let him get back here and
Let him get situated.
But you know, Israel Borge, he has to be. Let me check real quick and see what I have him on my big board.
I believe 5 in the published one. I don't know if you made further changes. All right, he's back.
It's like glitching. It's like glitching. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
We got
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries. It happens, even to us. Number 5 on the big board. You have to be Israel. You have to be close to making a decision as well, because you've been hard on the recruiting trail this summer or this fall. I visited a lot of schools. What schools did you visit this fall?
I visited Nebraska, Mizzou. That's I think that's it right now. I was talking to other colleges, but I had another one, Iowa too. But those are my 3 right now. It's a really hard decision, but I'm excited. I'm excited to make it official.
You're down to it? You're making a decision right now?
We're getting one more commitment
Yes,
tonight,
sir.
Willie.
Or what are we doing?
One more.
The unveiling. Israel Borge, drum roll.
Yes, drum roll, please.
Oh, you got another Hawkeye. Another one.
I'm ready
Boom.
to be a Hawkeye.
We got 5 Hawkeyes in one night. We'll ever break records.
It's a dream. It's a dream come true. I give all the glory to God and my family. They've helped me a lot. My parents, my brothers. My brother is he's helped me a lot. He's my only training partner, so this means a lot.
Yeah, hey, first of all, congratulations. I've been blessed. Your dad, I've been talking to your dad for the last 4 or 5 years, and as you and your brother got closer to decision day, we started talking a lot more, and I feel like I'm pretty familiar with your recruiting path, and you were looking here and you were looking there, and I think you went about it the right way. And I think you really did all your due diligence. What was ultimately the deciding factor of Iowa for you?
Just praying to God. Hopefully, he just gave me this feeling, a sign, and like my heart just went to Iowa, just to become a Hawkeye. Yeah. I just felt like it's home. It's closer, the culture, the intensity, the coaching, it all lined up in my upbringing. So the coaches are, real with you, and the environment pushes you. I pray about it a lot. I just feel at peace knowing this is where God wanted me to be.
is it a relief now too? I mean, it's a big decision.
It is. It is. Yes, it is a lot.
You your trajectory, or I shouldn't say your trajectory, but your status among the nation's elite was sort of a little different than some other guys. Um, I always had you high on the big board, but
Mhm.
I didn't feel like I felt like if you said somebody that was ranked right next to you, even below you, people were a little bit more familiar with those guys than they were you. And then, and frankly, I think people were skeptical of my ranking of you. But you went to Super 32
Mhm.
this year. Well, you went to NHSCA's,
Yes, sir.
and
Yep.
you had a big, you had a big tech fall decision or tech fall in the finals against another great prospect, another D1 prospect, um, which should have raised some eyebrows, which should have gave you some more clout, but it still really it didn't catch on. Then you went to Super 32 and you balled out. Um, did you feel that? Did you feel like the nation like? Did you feel people like starting to recognize you after that moment?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got way more followers on Instagram now, so that's good. Um, yep.
Winning does that. It's funny.
It was that night too. It was that night too. I just like was scrolling and I was like, whoa, this is a lot of followers. I think I gained like 300 probably. I don't know, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, Super 32 definitely gave me a chance to show what I can do. I've been working hard, trusting in God, His timing. That tournament was a blessing, a reminder to stay patient and keep grinding. Um, People don't know, but like I do. I've accomplished way more. I have the record for most Tulsa wins. Most
yeah.
Trinities. I do MMA and stuff like that too. I'm undefeated. Uh, I was able to compete at the world team too. Didn't go because they were gonna make us pay for it, so we weren't gonna go to that one. It was Abu Dhabi. It was Abu Dhabi too. So that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it's great. I mean, your father comes from sort of mixed martial arts background as well. And do you have aspirations for MMA, say after your wrestling career?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna be in the UFC for sure. 100%.
Do you think you can get me like a ticket, like pretty good seats?
100%.
You go.
100%. Yeah.
You're such a ticket scalper. You go from asking Bo Nickel to Israel just like that. I mean, you got
Okay.
Bo's on the card in 8 days. You're already asking Israel. He's still got a whole college career ahead of him.
I got no shame. I got no shame. Israel, we just had your future teammates on. You've been to campus at Iowa. You know what teammates you're going to be getting. That will still be there when you're there. But you're another guy. We talked to Paulie Kenny about it. We talked to Joey Bachmann about it.
hmm
You've been wrestling across the board. You'll wrestle up at 50. You wrestle down at 44. You go 132 for Super 32. And you always do well no matter what weight. But it's not so much about how well you do now. I think the fans at home want to know where you see yourself in college. Are we going to see a 33 pounder, a 41 pounder, a 57 pounder? Where are you at in what you think you're going to be at the next level?
I think I'll start around 41. I'm still growing for sure, but I could possibly see myself at 49 or 57 down the road. Wherever the coach needs me and wherever I can help the team the most, that's where I'll be for sure.
Well, hey, congratulations. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Hawkeye Nation. I'm happy for your father because, man, your dad, he put a lot into it for you. He's a good man.
Oh yeah, he sacrificed a lot for sure.
Because he coaches you too a lot, right?
He does. Yep.
I
Since
think I
was
saw a
itty
picture
bitty
of you kissing his forehead, like in the corner of a match. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's an awesome shot.
I'm glad you pointed that out. So yeah, before every match we pray, and then right before we step on that mat we pray. Even when we get off the mat, win or lose, we pray. We glorify God in everything we do. It's just great. It's a good feeling, good relationship I have with my dad and my mom too. They're listening too, so love you, mom. But yeah.
You always got to give the shouts out to mom.
Mhm.
But hey, Israel, thank you for coming on. we're happy for you, and go kick some butt the next few years of high school, and then on into your college career.
Yes, sir. Thank you. This means a lot.
Thank you for hopping on here, man. It's a pleasure to have
Wait,
you on
last
here.
but not least, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Got to get
Go
used to
Hawks.
that now. Awesome. Thanks, man. Willie.
Hey, remember when everybody called us like a Penn State Basch, Husker Willie?
I mean, we just had more Husker
Break our
commits.
record. You can't break our record.
More Iowa commits than Husker commits, Penn State commits, anything else. We are the #1 Hawkeye wrestling podcast.
Oh, it's good. I'm happy for the kids and happy for the dads too, man. It's they, I don't know. It's probably because I talk to the dads more than I actually talk to the kids, but I know they feel the pressure. I know they feel the tension, and they're always asking themselves, "Am I making the right decision?" You know, and so I'm happy for the fathers as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned, in between guests, like being a helicopter parent, and I really have so much respect for the parents that Steve Rivera, he's a guy. Like there's parents that they take their kid everywhere, they do everything, but then they're also to be hands off and they have to say, hey, go let so and so coach you, go let so and so. And this sport is such a brutal divide of being there in the helicopter early on, and also like wanting what's best for your kid and kind of turning them over at the college level. Even like some of the younger coaches, like when KD was on here a couple months ago, and he was saying how, PJ's Penn State's now. Like, I got to let go of that. So you can see the passion these wrestling parents have.
Yeah. Corby in the chat says, Tom's still going to yell at me. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah. Oh, no. But by Tuesday, Hawkeye fans will not like us. I'm sure there'll be something. But
we'll do a show tomorrow. Something wrong.
Yeah, but it is a blessing to have all those kids on here. You can see the excitement, even the nerves too. Like when you get them on beforehand, and you can see that they're nervous, and you start breaking down that like, just be happy, just be excitement in the moment, and you can see how much it means to these kids. So it's awesome to give them a platform. I know they have choices, so it's always a blessing to have them on with us.
You know what? Here's another thing maybe that might go unlooked, but these five, they're willing to all come on the show and not feel like their moment's being stolen. They all came together, did it all together, and I don't know. I think that says something, as opposed to some guys thinking, they need their own thing. I think it shows a camaraderie.
100%. Right? I think there's momentum, and they know that. Like they know that there's momentum. Listen, this is going to be a lot of the wrestling media news cycle for the next 2, 3, 4 days. Even though we're just getting to the thick of the college season, and we're coming off a freestyle season for senior level, and still like this is going to. Everybody's going to be talking about this. It's big. And now when you're talking about 5 Hawkeye commits, like that's big. That's a huge.
Yeah. And, like I said to, I think I said to Joey, I'm sure on the Hawkeye message boards right now, they're going, okay, Joey Bachmann, 2030, or, 2030, he's going to be 165, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, these kids, they'll all figure it out. They'll spread weights. They'll get all their guys in the right weights where they're most competitive, and they'll get into the lineup.
And the coaches have a plan. It's like we're going to talk about it on tomorrow's show for sure, where, Kasich goes out, wins the Bill Farrell, and instantly people are like, Kasich should transfer. He guys, the wrestlers, the coaches, and it's not just Penn State. It's other teams where there's depth. The coaches and the wrestlers have a plan. Like there's plans. They talk about these things. It's not, hey, you're benched, so you're going to redshirt. There's plans. And as Iowa and Oklahoma State and other programs get that depth, like they're going to work it out. They're going to have a plan. They're going to see these are 18, 19, 20-year-olds. They're growing. Things might change. Things remain fluid. Like it's not. Fans get so much more obsessed with that, I feel like, than the wrestlers or the coaches.
Yeah. Yep. Have faith. Tom Brand's, a lot of these coaches. Tom Brand's been around the block a long time, guys. He's one of the most credentialed coaches in the history of the sport. He'll figure it out. You don't always have to be worried about how they fit.
Yeah, and we'll talk about it more this week too. But it's super cool. Like, listen, people can say Penn State Bash, Husker Willie. We're both on the same page. Like, it's pretty cool that Virginia Tech got Melvin and Bo. It's pretty cool that Iowa just landed 5 monster recruits. You're seeing more parity, and you're seeing these top recruits, and this is what makes college wrestling. When you talk about the next 4, 5, 6 years, like, this is awesome to see all these different programs getting all these different top recruits.
Yeah. So, to all the families, to all the wrestlers that were on tonight, congratulations. Thank you. Good luck in the future. It was an honor for us to be able to help spread the word of their commitment. And me and Bash, we'll be at it bright and early tomorrow to recap NCAA Week 2, and it was a pretty busy one.
Yeah, and if you're new around here, you came for the commitment, subscribe wherever you're listening to this. Doesn't matter, YouTube, Rockfin, Apple, Spotify, wherever. We'll be live. We go live every week, so we'll be live tomorrow morning. We'll figure out the time. We'll cement that. Willie's still in Lincoln, so we'll solidify the time. We'll tweet that out, and then all of you in the chat come back tomorrow because I got Corby calling me Hawkeye Bash. I got Ali asking for Nebraska commits. We got all sorts of things. No time to talk Bills today. No time to talk Bills. This is all about the kids. This is all about the recruits today. Willie, that's a show. God bless. Go Bills. I got to catch up and see what happened. See you tomorrow.